Hi everyone, welcome back to another math video. Today I am going to demonstrate to you how to factor the difference of two squares, or the difference of squares. So the difference of squares is usually in the form of a squared minus b squared. This symbol, the minus sign there, is telling you that it's the difference. Okay, if it was a plus sign, it would be sum. But we're dealing today with difference of squares, and we only have difference of squares. Okay, I'm going to show you how to factor that. So let's get right into this, and let's start out with an example. Say we have x squared minus 81. 81 is a perfect square. Okay, so what we have to do first, we are going to find the square root of each of these terms, right? And then we can go ahead and factor out the problem. So from this form a squared minus b squared, our end result is going to be a plus b and a minus b. All right, that's the form that is our answer is going to be in. So first thing that we have to do, we are going to find the square root of each one of the terms. The square root of x to the second power is going to be x, because the square root of any variable raised to the second power is going to be that variable. Remember that. The square root of 81 is going to be plus or minus 9. Not just 9, we're going to put plus or minus 9. And the reason why we're going to do plus or minus 9 is going to give us the correct answer when we are about to write it out. All right? So first thing, as I stated before, your answer should be in this form. And it's coming from, so we have here, we're going to take the term, the first piece, which is x is going to be our a. So x is going to be our a, and the plus or minus 9 is going to be our b term. All right, that's a 9, that's going to be our b term. And we're going to put this together. So our answer now is going to be x plus 9 and then x minus 9. All right, and that is just our answer there. I usually tell my students to box their answer. I like to be fancy. I put a cloud around the answer. Now also always tell the students to check your work. So to check, okay, so we have x times x is going to be x squared. X times negative 9 is going to be negative 9x, and then do the upper part. 9 times x is going to be plus 9x, and 9 times negative 9 is going to be negative 81. These two terms here in the middle, that is going to cancel out, and when that cancels out, right, because negative 9 plus 9 is going to be 0, you're going to end up with, just simply cancel out, you're going to end up with x squared minus 81. And then, yes, that's what you got to the first one, and your answer is correct. Now, the reason why I did tell you about the plus or minus 9 there is because one of the binomial is going to have a plus, and the other binomial is going to have a minus. You see here, one is plus, one is minus. This is a plus one, this is a minus, and the plus and minus cancels out each other, and you're only going to be left with the last term and the first term. Okay, so that's it, what I have for you today on factoring the difference of two squares. Now let's do another example with more variables, or more technical numbers and variables together. All right, I'm going to do another example with number and variables together. So let's do 169 x to the fourth power minus, say, 36y to the second power. All right, we're going to treat each one of these the same way that we did the one before. So we're going to write over here the square root of 169 is going to be, what's the square root of 169? 13. All right, it's 13. All right, the square root of x to the fourth power is simply going to be x to the second power, and the square root of 36 is going to be plus or minus 6, and the square root of y to the second power is simply going to be y. All right, once you've done this here, we know that our A, right, this is going to be our A, and this is going to be our B term. All right, because remember, we need a form of A squared minus B squared. So let's put it together. So we need a form of A plus B, and it doesn't matter even if you write minus B first. If you end up finding yourself doing this first, it is correct. All right, that is also correct. It doesn't matter which one that you write first, but you must have two sets with one plus and one with minus. So let's get into it now. So we're going to put this together. So we have here 13x to the second power minus 6y, and then the next one we're going to have 13x to the second power plus 6y, and that is it. And once again, you box your answer. Okay, I like to put a cloud. As I said, I like to be fancy. Always check your work. When you check your work, 13 times 13 is 169. X times x squared times x squared, right, is going to be x to the fourth power. Remember, you have variables here. And then 13x squared times this last one, because we did this, is going to be 13 times 6, 18, 6 3s is 18, carry 1, 6 1 6, 78. And we're going to have positive x squared y. Then you have negative 6 times 13 is going to be negative 78 x squared y. And then these two, negative 6 times positive 6 is going to be negative 36y to the second power. Now, once again, you'll notice that, let's cross my 7 here. Once again, you'll notice that these terms, these two middle terms, are going to cancel out. All right, they're going to cancel out. And all you're going to have left is simply 169x to the fourth power minus 36y to the second power. It is the same as you had in your original expression that's given to you. So this answer is correct. Okay, please, folks, always check your work to make sure that you are confident in your answer before you submit that as your answer. Please go ahead, hit the subscribe button below. Please share and like the video so that others can learn about math. Thank you, and see you shortly. Bye now.